This is Dean Gilmore with Lawsuit Funding Capital. I am happy to bring you the lawsuit of the day. Today is Friday, and who else is in the news but our presidential candidate is what we are going to talk about today for our lawsuit of the day. Mr. Trump is everywhere, every time, everywhere you look. It seems like there's another story about him, and something that I've been following for weeks now that I wanted to bring to you all because someone finally did an interactive show of this, and it's USA Today. You have to check it out. I will put it below in the description. But my gosh. Okay, so where do we start? Let's start with current. So, currently, which I am just finding out, if you are sued and you are running for president, if you are elected, you can still be sued. Yeah. So, if you, my friends, have a current lawsuit against Mr. Trump and he becomes president, you are suing the President of the United States of America. Can we get a hand clap? And not because it's Trump, but just because you can get sued the President of the United States of America. So here we go. This is where we're going to start. 75 pending lawsuits right now that Mr. Trump is involved in. 75 current. And I believe the number was this year alone 2,000 something. I mean, gosh. I know you're a billionaire, but now I realize why he probably has to keep so many lawyers. I mean, 2,000 lawsuits, whether he's the defendant or the plaintiff, doesn't really matter. It's how much do you think that he pays for lawyers? I mean, 2,000 this year, 75 current. So what we're going to do is let's go back to this article here, the 75 pending lawsuits. And this is also a USA Today article that came out on Wednesday. I don't know if there's much more that you could say about that. I mean, I don't think so. But what we're going to do is we are going to get into the interactive one, which USA Today has been doing. And they have been compiling information over the last decade of all the lawsuits that Mr. Trump is involved in, whether he has been a defendant or he's been a plaintiff. So let's look at those. I mean, come on, let's see. So, 4,095 lawsuits in the last 3 decades. So the last 30 years, he has been involved in 4,095 lawsuits. I think that number speaks for itself. Not saying that he's a bad person, but litigation, and like I've been telling everyone, litigation is a huge business. I mean, come on, 4,095. It's just there. So let's look at some of the interesting stats that I saw. And the first one we'll start with is going to be personal injury cases. At Lawsuit Funding Capital, we fund and help fund a lot of people who are involved in personal injury cases. That is kind of I don't know, the jelly to my peanut butter. I love working personal injury. It's something that I'm fascinated with. So, over the last 30 years, he has been the defendant in 696 cases and the plaintiff in one. So, um, man, I'm not really sure what more you could say about that, but I mean, it's 696 cases. Now, some were won, dismissed, if you could see here, settled. So, I mean, it's not like he's not paying attention to these lawsuits. It's just, to me, the number seems a lot. I'm not a billionaire, definitely not even a millionaire, hopefully soon. But, whew, if that's what it takes to accumulate $1 billion, I'm not sure I'm up for that. I mean, I'd love to know how you all feel. Definitely leave under the comment. Would you take being a billionaire if you have to deal with 4,000 lawsuits? Something to think about. I mean, okay. So let's get more into the facts of this. Casino cases. We know that he is a huge, huge owner of casinos, and he has, in these cases, 1,679 times he was the plaintiff, so he sued. Look, can you all see that do you all see that? Oh my gosh, hold on, let me zoom out just a little bit. Okay, so he was the plaintiff 1,679 times, and he was defendant 139 times. So 139 times he defended himself from being sued, but he sued 1,679 times. Wow. Wow. So, but what's more interesting is, what did he sue them for? And it says close to half the court cases involving Trump and his businesses over the last 3 decades involved his casinos. About 1,600 cases involved suits against gamblers who had credit at Trump-connected casinos and failed to pay their debts. Trump filed lawsuits against contractors that provided entertainment and faced several from employees claiming they were wrongfully fired. Now, as we are all aware of, almost every casino that Trump has gone bankrupt. So some of these lawsuits may come from some of there, but the majority of them is against people who go to his casinos, being a high roller, throwing dollar bills, and I don't know. I don't go to the casino because I'm not a gambler. I just don't know. Some of you all may actually be people that go to the casinos. So people are in the casino and they're throwing dollar bills and I guess rolling blackjack, and they lose and they don't pay. That's the thing. They don't pay. So, Mr. Trump won his money, which if you work at the casino and you see these people and you're serving them drinks and they give you a huge tip, but then they don't pay their $30,000 bill that goes to your salary, those people suck. They do. So he goes after them. But this is what perplexes me more about this whole situation. Not the amount of people, but that people with money choose to not pay their bills, which is something that Mr. Trump seems to be good at also. But this confuses me. You have all this money. Why not pay your bills? But we're going to skip over that. I mean, I don't really know what to say about that. So we'll just go to one last. We did that one. One last. There we go. Branding and trademark cases. Now, if you follow Lawsuit Funding Capital and our show Settled, we discuss lawsuits and litigation and everything like that with some very prominent attorneys. And one thing that I do know about branding and trademark, there was a lawsuit that came out not too long ago, well, was settled not too long ago, that was a huge, huge lawsuit on trademark and branding. I would love for you all to tell me what that lawsuit is. If you are like me and enjoy lawsuits, I'm not going to give it away to you. It's something that you should actually know about because it's huge. These lawsuits are tremendous, involving millions. And when I say millions, I mean millions upon millions of dollars, more money than you can count. And he has been involved in, let's see, what is that? He has been involved in 85 total. 45, he sued other people, and 40 times he was sued. So just looking at this, dismissed by defendants, where he was the defendant, almost every time. When he sued people, over half, and if you look at this, it looks like 30-30 win-win. I guess everyone win-wins when you're a billionaire. So this is a story that I know US Today is going to definitely keep up with. Like I said, you have to look at their interactive, I guess you kind of call it a video because it's interactive. Check that out on USA Today. And please let me know how you all feel about this. I mean, this is no guilt against Mr. Trump or anything like that, but this is the lawsuit news. And me being the lawsuit funding guy, if I didn't give this information to you, no one would. So definitely leave us comments. Let us know how you feel. And the next lawsuit of the day. Thank you for watching.